up, divine babies?
Welcome back to the Spiritually Sexy Podcast with your girl,
Pearl
and Amber.
You guys already know what's up, right? It's this week's download where Amber and I like to get some stuff off our chest, just unload all the downloads we get during the week, some of the bits and pieces of the chaos that goes on around, and the things that are happening that we notice that are going on in the world. So you already know what it is. But before we get into that, I'm not doing the drumming this time, okay? We like to thank everybody who has subscribed to our YouTube channel. Thank you for all the love. Continue to hit that thumbs up button, put on those bell notifications, so that way every time we put out these videos, you guys know what's up. You guys get your alerts. You don't miss out on a beat, okay? We got so much to look forward to here at the Spiritually Sexy Podcast. I mean, when they say gangsters move in silence, they's not lying. We really do things, okay, guys? We really doing things. You guys might see us, Amber and I, just being a little bit expressive voices. Well, you know me, obviously, but Amber has definitely been stepping it up for real. She has been coming out of her box more and more, and I'm so excited. I want to congratulate you, Amber, because I'm here for it. I am here for it. Also, you look beautiful, just so you know.
Aww. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
I love the pink shirt, girl.
Aww.
You're welcome, boo-boo. We have a few different things going on. We have the YouTube Live. We will not be doing the YouTube Live today. Today is actually Thursday.
We gotta get our days in order.
I actually put out a recording, a video on my story today explaining that we won't be doing a YouTube Live today because we had a few things set up for our podcast. So this is one of the things that we had set up for our podcast. We wanted to download with you guys. This week has been a little different for us. We had some things going on in the making. Spiritually Sexy Podcast could do what the Spiritually Sexy Podcast does. So it kind of changed up things for us, but it's all good, okay? Like I said, we do have some hosts. We still have some guests coming onto the podcast. Guys, if you want to be a part of this movement, if you want to have open dialogue with us, please don't be afraid. I keep saying please. Amber keeps saying please. I really feel like there's some blockages going on here, miscommunication. I don't know, but y'all need to step it up, because if you don't, I'm gonna start hitting y'all in y'all inboxes like, what's good? You want to get on this show?
Yeah, I think it's just some people feel uncomfortable, but it is what it is.
Stop nobody's grind, but I would just love. It's about connecting here. It really is. It's about connecting. Yeah, we like to talk our stuff. We like to be transparent, to be assertive, and that's something that I wanted to talk about too on today's podcast, Amber. Is the difference when it comes to, I don't want to make it a subject. I just want to just come straight up and say it. The difference with the divine feminine energy when it comes to living within your dark feminine energy and living within your light feminine energy. I personally feel like, because we're very assertive, yes, we're not surface level females, and we have conversations that seem to be uncomfortable for people, right?
Yeah.
Why else would people not want to be a part of the Spiritually Sexy Podcast?
Probably just not on that level yet. Not saying I'm above anybody, but just not that free flowing or unapologetic authenticity. And I think that's what has to do with also the dark feminine aspect of where you're fuck it, why not?
Right, living within that happy. Yeah, Amber and I work for ourselves, I guess. Like we were just talking about on our last podcast, people in a box, you know, they have I guess perceptions, everything, and I guess to be associated with this really sexy podcast might, you know what I'm saying, put them in a situation.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how you really feel.
Yeah, but I think it's like, okay, we have a guest coming soon, and they get to pick the topic. So I don't understand. Like, you could pick anything. Like, we're so versatile. Again, I know I said it before, but like, we pretty much can stand toe in any like conversation. And if I don't know, I don't fucking know. But I'm still gonna show up. So.
Right. Again, I do love that we have a great small community, but we have a great community behind us. They're pretty solid people, and I have gratitude for the ones that do show up for us. And to be quite honest, regardless, at the end of the day, nobody's stopping our flow. I mean, even when we're not trying, we are getting people who want to be a part of this podcast. It's just, I would love, or I guess the anticipation of wanting more people to connect with on this platform and this safe space that we created for, you know, the spiritual community, divine and masculine, feminine energies, you know, like, so I guess that's just what it is. The fact that I was saying before, like, we're very assertive women, like we're very sure of ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
I always say it. I say it on my podcast. I find myself now more than ever, like, I've always been comfortable in my dark feminine energy. I even when I didn't know what that looked like, as far as getting into it. When it comes to the light feminine energy that I carry, is that a thumbs down, bitch? We are fine Riverside. I promise you.
You know I need my glasses. Oh, get it to me, bitch. You know what? Fuck off. Fuck off, bro. I cannot stand it. It feels so fucking personal. Like, I'm gonna fuck up my own shit getting frustrated. Like, my own fucking electronics. Like, I'm not here for it. I'm not fucking here for it all. My little feisty ass.
You see that, right, y'all? Y'all see that? 0 to 100.
Don't let the pink shirt fool you, okay? I would say, like, my... Huh? I can't hear you. What?
Don't let the little person in the chair fool you.
Okay, like, okay, so speaking of like the dark feminine and stuff like that, I would say, let me think, because I always have to give examples or something. I've always been like, my dark feminine has always been a Letty. And I don't know if you guys seen Fast and the Furious, but I am definitely a Letty. That is my version of my dark feminine. I'm not really in the soul, like, soothing, maybe to like my kids, but outside of my kids, I don't have time for it. I'd be like, whatever the fuck. There's only a certain kind of, in regards to like the masculine energy, there's only a certain kind of energy that can get my antennas going, if that makes sense. Otherwise, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, just leave me the fuck alone, kind of thing.
I don't think that just being dismissive or just like not caring means that you're in your dark energy. I think that embracing your dark feminine energy and living within your dark feminine energy doesn't make you a bad or good person. I think that it's about duality and a balance, right? Like, it's all about balancing the dark and the light. Yes, it takes a certain type of person, family, loved one, something like that. Like, when the energy is being reciprocated, like genuinely reciprocated, now, especially more than ever for me, it has to feel genuine. It cannot feel like there are motives behind people doing kind things or nice things for me. in order for me to move from that light, nurturing, caring energy. Because honestly, being nice never it has not ever done nothing for me but get me hurt, disrespected, let down. So I'm conscious of me living within my dark feminine energy. There's no expectations. I'm good if you're good. You know, unfortunately, I also had to leave almost like a disclaimer on my social media platform. Like, you know, men feel like I want to hear, oh, you're beautiful, you know, oh, you know, like have these surface level questions for me, and you know, and I'm just like, stop, like, stop. At this point, like, I feel like I don't know why they feel like that's necessary. I am not. When I was a woman who needed or appreciate words of validation, and like you appreciated words of affirmation, and you know, appreciate those things, they were never done with pure intentions. They were always done to try and stroke my ego. Yeah,
for me, like, you gotta, if you can survive my darkness, then you'll be able to see the light within me. Most of the time when it comes to like the masculine form, if they hit me with any type of, oh, cute, that shit, I get the icks. I get the fucking icks. And typically the ones that I got in a relationship with, it was just like, oh, this is like, okay, we rock together, we can vibe together. It was on a deeper connection, where we could be friends. It felt like a friend, you know what I mean? If you can't hit me with like, because at the end of the day, romance is gonna go away in any relationship. It's not gonna always be that. So if I can't be your friend and we can't respect each other on a friendship, I can't have a relationship with you on that deep of a way. And if you can't like get me with the mental, because I'm pretty sapiosexual, if I'm saying that correctly, where I find deep conversation attractive, and that'll be the other thing that will lead into something else. But if it's not starting with that, I'm usually like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I can blame my ex, okay? I'm just gonna put it out there. When I needed that from my significant other, it was almost like it was manipulated, right? It was being toyed with. And so, yeah, I am not that woman no more. So to all the gentlemen that do watch, you know, our podcast here at the Spiritually Sexy podcast, I'm just gonna put that up. The words of affirmation in it, it's not effective if there's no action behind it. And if you don't have access to me, you can't put action behind it. So don't waste your time, don't waste your energy. Like, honestly, I'm not looking for anything. I'm not trying to be mean or rude or disrespectful or insensitive. I'm not here for it. If you want to be just a nice, kind person, you know what? I'm not telling you to stop making an effort and being efficient and living within your authentic self. I'm just saying that if it's not reciprocated, or I'm not reciprocating it back, it's because I'm not interested. You know, usually if I want, I'll make it very clear that I'm interested, and a lot of times I'm just not interested. And I feel like some guys take it personal. Then you got some guys that have the emotional intelligence, like, you know what, bro, I respect it. I appreciate it. It's clear. And that's rare.
Yeah.
Rare. But yeah, this is where I'm at. So this is kind of like what I've been dealing with. I mean, I think I've been dealing with it. I think the more and more I've been more transparent about me being a single woman now, the more and more I've getting past the hurt from my last relationship, the more and more I'm healing from my last relationship, the more and more I've learned how to process a lot of my feelings, and doing a lot of like introspecting, and I still do a lot of downloading, because a lot of stuff from my last relationship, it replays in my mind, because there was a lot manipulation in that situation. A lot of mind games, a lot of just a lot. And so it took me a minute, but I feel like damn,
I seen it, and I'm
So the more and more I'd be a little more transparent about, I'm single or whatever. They feel like it's okay. Like, no, it's not.
Yeah. I went through a phase like that back when I was in California.
I don't know what's up. I think it might be your device that you're recording on that's so sensitive that it keeps doing that.
No, does the thumb thing?
Yes.
Oh, it can fuck off. I'm done with it. It can fuck off. But I experienced that back when I was back home in California, like a lot of like lusty vibes from people, and I spoke to you about that, and it made me want to be like, tone it down more, but
light, yeah,
it's life. It's life. Unfortunately, I think like every woman kind of goes through that in different phases, different emotions, or always, all the time. It's just how you choose to, just as long as it doesn't attack the inner. Because I know like sometimes with us, like women, we can feel like, oh, I don't want to just be a piece of meat. I don't just want to be a slice of cake to somebody. And that's how it can make a person feel, like, especially when you don't know the person from a deeper depth way, and that's what you lead with. It makes, for me in the past, it made me want to take any shit off. I didn't want to have any type of attention like that, but it only made more work for me to have to deal with within myself, because it was like, well, why do I feel that way when that's a them issue? So it's definitely a them issue. I mean, that's the way the maker. Yeah.
It absolutely is. I think responsibility for other people's actions. I'm just gonna give it to you the way it is.
Yeah.
Where I'm at.
You have to.
I feel like we have this platform, and I know that there are people that look at it, so I just wanted to just put that out there, like, because I really, like you said, if you don't know how to, you know what, it takes a certain kind of person to get me to deal with a certain kind of man. Let me just say that. A certain kind of energy for me to balance my duality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, be nurturing, be loving. I honestly don't got it for nobody right now. So maybe I might be single, but I'm not in a space where I want to tap into that energy. I have no interest in tapping into that energy. For the masculine energy, I'm good.
Yeah. A lot of times I go through like these, I don't want to be bothered hiatus things where I'm like, okay, I'm just like not into it. But it's like you said, it takes a very specific mentality, a very specific energy to get me to be like, oh, okay, I see you. Otherwise, it's like I got blinders on and I'm just not interested. Because at the end of the day, I hate to say it this way, it's a distraction from whatever I'm doing. And I don't want to have that distraction from whatever I'm doing, because that's time I could put into, business. That's time I could put into my kids. Or like, I was on the phone with my ex. I was like, look, if I'm not working, doing business, I'm playing the game. So I'd rather play the game that's gonna, be a safe distraction than something that's gonna hurt my inner being and I have to do the fucking healing by myself. Like, I just don't want to. It sounds like fucking doing some Indiana Jones shit just unnecessarily. Like, I'm not trying to go in the Temple of Doom, fucking come out, have to heal myself. I'm not trying to fucking do that shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep. I don't think, I think that there's some people out here. I know there's a lot of people out here, especially some of my followers. I know that they tell me they can relate to my pain, especially when I was really going through it. Like, they would be encouraging, like, Pearl, you're not alone. I know how you feel. You're gonna get through this. Even though I could not see a way out of that shit. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
I can't see what you're saying. And then it wasn't even like women, it was the masculine energy that was telling me, and like, hey, Pearl, like, get it, like, you're not alone, you're not, I know. And to think that they could even fathom for me was even hard, right? So I have have some really genuine dope ass masculine energy that they won me over where they can get a comment out of me. You know, a lot of times they comment out of me, so they can get a comment out of me, you know, and like, so, you know, but yeah, that's where I'm at. So basically, like, that's gotten a little overbearing for me, a little bit like so that's why it was necessary for me to bring it up. I don't necessarily like I need to give people a disclaimer or anything, but I just don't want people wasting their fucking energy. Like, just
I get it. I think what for me too is like, I think sometimes when people think of like people's exes, and I put something funny out there on content before, but not all of my exes were terrible. It's just like something happened where I had to remove myself. Most of the time it's me. Unfortunately, I'm the one that got away from many of them, but it's typically something within me. And they were really good, solid people. So it's like, I don't want to say they set a standard, but at the same time, going into a negative relationship, it's like people just kind of assume like you ain't never had a good thing, or even when people try to approach you, like you ain't never had the best of the best. I've had some solid dudes in my life, like really. So I can't put no names out there, but shout out to the, you know, they know who they are, the really genuine good dudes, you know, no heartache, no none of that, where it kind of even sucks that I was the one that got away, you know. So I think when people deliver that to
you kind of think about it like, dang.
Yeah. So when people approach me, I'm like, it don't hit the same, because I've had really solid, good people in my life too. But
it's crazy that you say that, you know, Russ, where you be saying things that already had, my brain had already processed, like speed of light. It's crazy you say that, because I remember, So listen, this podcast has definitely been outlet for me, right? In alchemizing, transmuted way. But there are moments that Pearl is gonna go through her shit, right? So I remember this motherfucker telling me, this motherfucker telling me, oh, I can't. How do you want something you never had? Bitch, if I could have reached through the fucking phone and just slapped the shit out of him.
Oh my God, the nerve.
Audacity. The audacity. I was married for 18 years. Let me make this very, very clear. I'll put this out there right now. I was married for 18 years. Man that I was married to is dope as fuck. Now, don't get me wrong. He has his shit like everybody else. Okay? He's 22 years older than me. The man has watched me grown into this phenomenal woman. Stuck by me through it all. I mean, I put that man through it all. Okay?
Yeah.
Stuck through it all. I mean, this man would rob a bank if he had to make sure that he could provide for me. And, you know, we raised our needs together. We've taken care of my family. You know? Even when we lived in a small little place, everybody was in my small little place. Like, this man would ride or die. So when I know what the hell that looks like. Okay? Now, you know, we're no longer married. He's still my fucking friend. Yeah. Yes, he sometimes because he divorced. Yes, you know, he crosses boundaries sometimes, and I gotta block his ass for
a couple minutes. Yeah.
But he still wants the best for me. He's a great person. That's the difference. He's a great person. And for this little twerp to tell me that he can't, like, how do I want something that I never had? Are you out of your mind?
It's insane. That's insane. That's fucking insane.
You can never meet this man in life. Period. You can't touch him. Okay? So imagine the shoes that need to be filled. Yeah. And then some. Yeah. Right? Come on. And to this day, they won't let me fall.
Yeah, it's like I said, people just assume like you just been struggling with relationships all your life. No, that's not the case. Like again, like I said, I've had some really solid dudes. There was one, and I speak about it all the time. I ain't gonna say it too much, but I'm pretty sure, like, right now, if I wouldn't have never left, I would be living it up. Living it up. Wouldn't have to lift a finger. None of that. And I think that's what made me, like, really expand my mind and not settle. So that's where my thing has been, is like, I don't want to fucking settle at all. After that experience, it opened my mind. I can't. I don't want to.
Yeah, it's about not wanting to settle. And it's almost like, yeah, there's no compare. Like, you don't want to ever, like, get into a new situation, or even friendships. You don't want to get into comparing. There's no comparing, but you're not going to settle. You know your worth. You know your worth, right? You know your worth. That's what I'm saying. Like, so why settle? Not settling. I won't. Because not only is my ex-husband my friend, he my confidant. I like, literally, I can tell him anything, and even if he doesn't like it, he's still gonna support me. Yeah. You know,
there are some good. Yeah. There's some solid ones. There definitely are some solid ones.
Like, you know, Bill got his shit, and I said his name.
No, he's gonna be so happy. He's gonna be so fucking happy. Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
He has his stuff. He's a freaking maniac. He has his stuff, but in order, you know, he cares. He loves. He cares. Like. And sometimes it can come off a little, you know, like, overbearing, and, you know, I get it. Like, he cares, you know.
Yeah.
But it was so crazy when when he said that to me. I was like, you really got things really messed up. So yeah, like, that I just needed to get that out, because when you said that, it triggered me. I was like, and I'm triggered, and I'm working through that. Okay? I get triggered too sometimes. And I'm working through that. It's just some things that still come up at times that I still need to process, work through. And so that's why. That's
why we do it. I totally get it. Like, I totally get it. I'm kind of experiencing that as of currently, dealing with one of, like, the craziest of my exes or whatever. Yeah. But me, girl. But when I get into those moments of where, like, wait a minute, like, I think of, like, you know, the solid people. I bring him up all the time, but I would say, like, the dude from Scotland, like, I got treated like a fucking princess. Like, up there, didn't none of that. And so, granted, I'm a bit of a tomboy, I'm a bit chilled and stuff like that, but it was just accepting. I was accepting in any way, shape, or form. It didn't matter, none of that. It wasn't nothing like where you have to feel, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I can't be myself, I can't be, you know, that little period of when you're talking to somebody, you feel like you gotta be on your best behavior type shit. I never felt like that. Huh?
Yeah.
I never felt like that. Yeah. I never felt like that. I was able to be myself, even though what it was is I felt inadequate in that situation, if I'm being honest. That was what was going on in that situation. And I never felt like I was on the same playing field. Although that was my issue, not his issue. So I think at any point, and I've dealt with some freaking narcissistic people too, where they're like, I'm the best of the best. And it's like, you're really not. You're really not. I'm so sorry, Papa, but you're really not. You're not. So I think that's the biggest thing they gotta kind of realize. And I don't even think that's just for us. I think that's for a lot of women, where they have been treated, guys think they haven't been treated like princesses or good or have standard, or even some women who were blessed to have, like, that solid father in their life, where they're not gonna, you know, expect less. So
exactly. I was a daddy girl growing up, so I think I do. I did at one point have some father traumas or whatever, and other, you know, like from a kid, but that was not what my my ex marriage was. That wasn't what that was about at the end of the day. And the same thing, like, girl, there was so many transitions, evolutions within the 18 years, and this man would literally just be there.
Yeah. That's the ones that's so dope. Yeah.
Girl, I'm gonna jump off a bridge. He's like, oh, okay. Be careful.
Be careful. It's crazy. That's so cute though.
Like, you know, there's so many things that I used to go to him for, like just off the wall, wild ideas, and he would just be like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what you need. I took that for granted, and it made me realize that is something that I miss.
Yeah.
A friendship like that, where, well, I kind of have a few of them now. Like, they still, like, it's like, oh, whatever you want to do, you know. But when I was going through what I was going through, I was like, dang, like, I miss that, where I'm able to just, you know,
just exist,
and you know, all. And I definitely took that for granted. Getting into that last relationship.
Yeah. I would say it was like that. I hate to say it. It was like that in the beginning with my first love, because we met very young, and so we were like, I don't know. There was just like, there was no filter with us. Like, I don't want to say anything TMI, so I better be careful. But it didn't matter. Like, we would be sitting up here if he had a, sorry y'all, but if, you know, you had something on your face, he'd be like, oh, okay. You know, it was just such a very like raw layer of vulnerability that those aspects of life I do miss. that depth, deep vulnerability. Yeah.
Well, it's just more or less like where I'm at in life. So, you know, I just felt like, sorry to get that out there, especially, you know, the more and more I put content out, you know, because I'm good. You know, I'm good now, and I want to be able to be expressive, and I want to be able to be Pearl, and whatever that looks like for me. Hey, Divine Baby, sorry, we're having some technical difficulties.
Definitely. I can't even talk now. Technical difficulties for sure.
So we had to cut something, but we're back on it. And before we cut it, we were trying to let you guys know that we have a dope ass live coming up that we want you guys to be a part of. Come over to our YouTube channel May 2nd. We're doing a YouTube live. On this YouTube live, it's going to be a little different. Amber and I decided we wanted to give away a few gifts. Like, we wanted to start giving away some merch, okay? This is going to be epic, okay? Because it's going to be customized for whoever wins, okay? So in order for you to win this merch, which is a t-shirt, in order for you to win this t-shirt, you must guess 2 truths and 1 lie for Amber and myself. So basically, you're gonna have to guess 2 truths and 1 lie for me, 2 truths and 1 lie for Amber. And in order for you to know anything about us, you're not gonna get it off of social media, okay? Because then you're just gonna be a you need to come over to our podcast, to our YouTube channel, and check out some of our podcasts. Mostly the downloads. You'll get more in-depth personal stuff, you know, more of us personally being personable with you guys. So yeah, we're gonna put the questions out there on the live when we do the live. So shout out and good luck to those who are in it to win it.
May the best win.
May the best person win. Listen, when I tell you this is gonna be customizable, I mean, you might get a little version of yourself on there with 2 girls. You know, we'll figure it out. All right, it's going to definitely be epic. Okay, we're really trying to create this community, and we really need you guys to be a part of this community so we can have a community. We can't have a community without you guys. All right. Till next time, Amber and I, the Spiritually Sexy Podcast. We love you guys.
Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in. Remember to subscribe, like, share. Love you. Bye.